What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Got some details coming out about the Sergey Kovalev versus Canelo Alvarez fight. It's been reported on Boxing Scene that if Kovalev loses to Canelo Alvarez, that he's going to have two comeback fights with DAZN. Now, if he defeats Canelo Alvarez, then he'll stay with Top Rank and ESPN, who co-promotes Sergey Kovalev along with Kathy Duva. So that's very interesting. Very interesting. Man, Bob Arum is playing checkers and DAZN is playing chess, man. It's unbelievable. Well, basically, if you lose, man, we don't have nothing to do with you. You're going to throw you out in the trash heap and let DAZN try to resurrect what's left of your career. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. John Skipper, man, you gotta do a little, you can't let the man play you like that, man. Because first of all, if he loses to Canelo, his stock's gonna drop dramatically. Then you're gonna put him up in there against maybe Bivol or somebody, Dimitri Bivol. I think he's with DAZN at least for one more fight. You get him to stay along for a Kovalev fight after that, and you try to make that fight happen. He's gonna have to wait on that because he's gonna take two comeback fights against a bunch of probably journeyman fighters, guys that nobody care about. And then he'll be able to maybe fight a Bivol after that, or maybe fight a Callum Smith, or if he wants to go up to 175, or maybe fight him in a fight. That's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous for DAZN to accept that type of deal. You're trying to grow your app, but you're just not making boss moves. You're not making boss moves, man. You're trying to put all these money into these fighters, man, and trying to pour money into it. And think that's gonna get your subscriptions up, and that's not gonna do it. And outside of Canelo Alvarez, if it wasn't for them signing Canelo Alvarez, I think DAZN probably already be folded. They're just making bad move after bad move. There's no way you agree to that. That contract. You ought to say if you can always sign him if he loses, but for you to stipulate that in the contract, and let Top Rank have the upper hand in that situation is absolutely ridiculous. You should have just said, hey, if he loses, if Canelo wins, obviously Canelo's got a long-term contract, win or lose. If Kovalev loses, we'll see what happens. Man, we might sign him or something like that. We'll see what happens, man. But we're in the process of trying to establish ourselves and try to get rising young stars and stars that are already established and that careers are on the up. Not a guy that's career after he loses to Canelo, probably be on the downside. He probably have a couple of more fights left. You set him up for Bivol, and Bivol beats him. It's pretty much a wrap after that, as far as Kovalev's career is concerned. It'll be a wrap after that. So hopefully he took care of his money. He's invested wisely. He's got his family taken care of, and hopefully his family, his from generation to come have been taken care of. He's made money. 2 Andre Ward's fights. He should have made pretty good money off of those fights, and the fight with Yard, and he's had other fights. The Bernard Hopkins fight, the Nathan Beverly fight. So he had some fights. So hopefully, if you invest your money wisely, you can live a good career. Live a good life in retirement. We'll see how it plays out. But again, that's the first time I ever heard of a contract like that. If he wins, if he wins, he's gonna stay with us. But we're going to promote him, maybe set him up with the winner of Beterbiev and Gossett. Now, if he loses, we're going to throw him out in the trash heap. Y'all can take him, DAZN, and try to resurrect his career, because we don't think y'all know what y'all doing anyway. As Bob Arum stated that. He's basically said Eddie Hearn don't know what he's doing. He tried to come over here in America, thought he was going to conquer America, sign a lot of fighters, and take over boxing here in America, and he was sadly mistaken. And he basically said he don't know what he's doing. He's like a fish out of water coming over here to the USA and should stay over there in the UK and promote fights, because he's a UK fighter just like his daddy was, a UK promoter just like his daddy was. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. But Bob Arum, that's why they call him the Bob Father. He's always on top of things. He's always taking care of business, and he's playing checkers, and they playing tic-tac-toe, checkmate, as far as Bob Father goes, taking care of business. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.